Hello, denizens. Your former network executive here with a review of The Last of Us Episode 3. Yes, our first really controversial show. We kind of knew something like this was coming, but I want to take a slightly different tact. I think that is something you have come to expect of me. Yes, there will be spoilers. You have been warned. Since Episode 2, Joel and Ellie are now trekking their way through the the Massachusetts forests on their way to the University of Eastern Colorado in Edmonton, Boulder, Colorado, where they will track down the Fireflies. Tess is toast, and the two of them are heading towards Bill's place. Joel has some history with Bill. The conversation and relationship between Joel and Ellie here is thoroughly enjoyable. The relationship is building. The dialogue realistic. The acting top-notch. I love them both. Then we cut to the Bill and Frank vignette. Now, Bill is in the game, and we see Frank only in the cutscenes in the game, but Game Bill is a bigger asshole, and Frank kills himself because he contracts the plague, leaving a suicide note that he had grown to loathe Bill. The show twists this into an overtly sentimental sequence that I'm sure will have many grabbing for their tissues or an insulin jab. The suicide note here fits in nicely with the flashbacks featuring Joel and Tess and is actually very emotional. Showrunners Druckmann and Mason changed it into a weepy Homo Hallmark episode featuring Bill and Frank, who find out that they are both gay because of a mutual appreciation for Linda Ronstadt music. Don't get me wrong, it was well done. It tugged at the heartstrings in the right places. Nick Offerman was stellar, and Murray Bartlett was also excellent. People are very much enjoying it in the social media comments. Was it filler? Absolutely. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. I'm going to get existential here. With the clinical disembowelment of many of our favorite properties by activist woke ideologues, taking diversity to comical extremes, is it possible to watch an episode like this and not immediately dismiss it as some more checkbox eye-rolling quota drama? What if what you're watching isn't woke, but you've been so conditioned when suddenly someone discusses throw pillows or curtain samples, do you immediately toss up your hands and go, "Oh, here we woke again"? Are you certain that those two women sitting at the playground watching their kids playing aren't just two stay-at-home moms and not lesbian lovers? No one can tell anymore. You're always thinking, please, let them just be straight. And what if there's a segment with two bearded, rugged gay men who like Linda Ronstadt? What's wrong with that? Can't we judge a scene on its own merits anymore? And that's the dilemma. I know that there are a lot of you groaning at even the idea of this episode. Can people fed up with scraping chalk off their shoes, traversing endless multicolored crosswalks, just enjoy two naked men lying on top of each other in bed in a post-apocalypse zombie extravaganza without worrying that it's insert virtue signaling? Okay, we only saw them topless, but they seemed genuinely happy. What's wrong with that? Not everything can be for everyone, but I've been a soldier against the woke waffen for a while, as you know. I don't believe queer theory is even a valid subject, but we're not talking about all that fake stuff they're teaching in schools these days, ending in studies. We're talking about entertainment, the real thing. For those of you genuinely fed up with woke entertainment, can you even tell if it has intrinsic merit anymore? Of course, I blame all the woke studios, producers, and writers who have muddied the water so badly with their garbage and endless publicity that seems only interested in extolling gender and race instead of story and character. It's totally understandable that you're gun-shy. I don't blame you, anti-wokesters, at all. It's not your fault. And so we come to The Last of Us, Episode 3, and a really wonderful, tender scene about two people who love each other, enjoy drinking a glass of wine, and watching the infected get set ablaze by Bill's perimeter traps. I hope Disney, the worst woke offender, dies a horrible death, so it will be easier to judge shows like this. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.